We visit an Auckland icon, a volcano that's steeped in history.
I mean, this does seem a bit extreme to get the motorhome in the driveway. But sometimes you've just got to do what you've got to do.
We came to New Zealand to travel extensively.
To do this, we bought a motorhome to live and travel in.
In this series, we attempt to visit every square on the New Zealand Monopoly board.
We're back in Kawa today, and we're taking another dog for a walk for animal rescue.
Meet Poochie.
Meet Poochie.
She's very strong.
She's a very strong dog. It's been a little bit rainy here this morning, but it seems to have gone off for the time being, so we're enjoying a lovely walk. I'm not sure who's walking who here.
Poochie, sit.
I mean, just there as a demonstration of the command and control that Peg has over dogs.
We speak the same language. We had no gas this morning, so that meant no cup of tea, a cold shower, and now we're just going to go and get it refilled.
So we only got one gas bottle when we bought the motorhome. We've got the capacity to carry two, so yeah, maybe we'll see if we can buy one and have a spare whenever we run out.
No like the cold shower.
We didn't like the cold shower, and I didn't like no tea this morning. Thanks for that, Peg. If you could just nip back and get the other, that'd be really appreciated. We've just spent a lot of money on a drone. Oh my god. Is this a good decision? Not a good decision? We've just bought a drone, and to get over the shock, we've had to go to the nearest drinking establishment.
Yes.
Happy Trabellers.
Rob, how do you feel? I feel pretty lucky to be here.
Yeah, we've been in New Zealand now, what, 2.5 months. It's been absolutely amazing. We are loving every second, and you end up in locations such as this.
I know, we have to endure this kind of location. Pity about us.
Yeah, it's been pretty incredible, to be honest. We've got a motorhome, and it just means that we can go wherever we want. We don't necessarily plan where we're going any day. We just drive and see where we end up at the end of the day.
Yeah, rock up and see if there's a space for us. And we're actually not far from where they filmed part of The Hobbit.
Yeah, mind you, everywhere in New Zealand's not far from where they filmed The Hobbit or The Lord of the Rings.
It's true.
Wherever you go, it says filming location for Lord of the Rings or filming location for The Hobbit.
Yeah.
So, and we've not even sought these places out, but they just seem to be wherever you go.
So if you've not watched us before, just a little bit about us. We're a British couple, and we've come off travelling. We've sold our house. We've living full-time in a motorhome, and we live full-time in a motorhome in the UK. But we've also come to New Zealand, and we've bought one here because we're travelling for a few months. So those of you who want to follow our journey, I mean, we've loved sharing our travels, haven't we?
Yeah, it's been amazing. And can I just say now, thanks so much to everyone who's subscribed, because we can't believe the number of people now that have subscribed. But as always, we could do with just a few more. So we'd really appreciate it if you haven't yet subscribed. You might consider doing so, following us on our adventures, hit that notification bell, and please leave a comment down below.
We've really enjoyed the comments as well, because it does not make a difference to us if we can just chat with people.
Yeah, so keep the comments coming, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. So today we're back at the place where we bought our motorhome from. There seems to be a minor issue with the aircon system in that it doesn't work in the front of the vehicle. So we've just brought it in today for them to take a look at it and probably get it regassed, I would imagine, once they've checked it out. While the air conditioning system in the motorhome has been regassed, we're now going to an AA shop here to buy the RUC, or the road user charge, which is a diesel tax that anybody with a diesel engine, I think of 3.5 tonnes or upwards, has to pay. So you have to display this in your windscreen, and you buy so many miles at a time in advance of requiring to use it. So we're going now probably to buy a few thousand miles. Right, so despite what I'd read online, the AA place said we can't buy the RUC in there, but they have directed us to somewhere else, which is a further 10-minute walk. Well, that took a bit longer than expected. We hit an unforeseeable issue when we tried to get the RUC. The vehicle hadn't been registered in our name, so we then had to get hold of the company that we bought it off. That proved to take a little bit of time. We eventually tracked somebody down who was able to change the vehicle into our name, and then we were able to buy the RUC, so we're back on the road again. Okay, we're back. A 6-hour round trip, and we've managed to get the aircon regassed and pay for an extra 5,000 miles for our road user charges. So that's some kind of success for the day. Peggy's just cleaning her boots, as is a requirement before getting on board. The water was a bit choppy, so you had to be careful getting off the boat. We've made it to Rangitoto. It's one of 53 volcanoes around New Zealand. This is the only one that's still dormant. All the others are extinct. It hasn't erupted for 500, 600 years, so hopefully it won't today. And we've not chosen the best day for it, but we're here now and we're going to explore it as best we can. It's just amazing that how all this vegetation has come up over the last 500-600 years since the last eruption.
Rangitoto emerged from a volcanic eruption about 14,000 AD. Auckland is a remarkable area with about 50 volcanic cones, and they're all about 6 kilometres near to their next neighbour. Rangitoto is relatively new, 600 years old, and its eruption would have been witnessed by Māori people. It serves as a reminder to us all that the force of Mother Nature will continue to sculpt our landscape.
So the view from here is supposed to be absolutely spectacular. All we can see is a bit of foliage and a bit of mist. Fears of an invasion began to sweep New Zealand in the late 1800s, and a number of defence sites were rapidly set up on Auckland's harbour headlands to protect the city. Fear intensified during World War I. Auckland's coastal defences were readied for an invasion which never came. Rangitoto's central position in the Gulf made it an ideal lookout and command post during World War II. 2 40-year-old 12-pounder guns were sighted on Rangitoto during World War II to fire on small craft such as torpedo boats. So we finally reached the lava caves after a 3-day expedition through thick and thin rain, sleet and snow. I mean, this does seem a bit extreme to get the motorhome in the driveway, but sometimes you've just got to do what you've got to do. Right, is there one? So the question now is, can we get the motorhome in the driveway? I mean, there's still one minor concern there. We need to avoid that at all costs, because that looks a pretty serious branch. If we get past that, which I think we probably can do. It's gone very wet. It rained on the walk, but I think we got back in the nick of time because it's significantly worse now.
Yeah, basically what you're creating is an alcohol vapour. You can see it there, and it goes up and down. So in the reflux action, the vapour comes up, it condenses on the packing inside there and goes back down and keeps going up and down until it's pure. And the taller the column, the more pure the alcohol becomes. And then once it gets up to here, the cooling water literally condenses the vapour back into alcohol and it comes out here.
Oh, fantastic.
There's alcohol.
That's the gin.
Yeah.
That's the magic stuff.
Yeah.
So we've been back in Auckland, we've been staying with Lucy and Chris and Delphine and Tabba, and then we went to stay with my other cousin John and Megan and Anna and Kate, and we've just had an absolutely lovely time. We've been spoiled, we've had meals cooked for us, we've had lots of drinks to celebrate the fact that we're all together again, and now we're back on the road. My cousin John makes an awful lot of his own beer, and he makes an awful lot of his own gin as well, so I just had to sample it to give my expert opinion. And it was
You're an expert.
And it was bloody good.
We've now completed 7 out of 40 squares on the New Zealand Monopoly board.
So thanks for watching, and if you did enjoy it, please hit the like button and the subscribe, and if you want notifications about other videos, hit the bell.
Thank you.